Alright, so first off, this is probably going to be a fairly short video compared to what I normally put out here on the channel, but essentially this is just a video I wanted to do, which is kind of an update about where the channel was in 2023 and where we can expect to go in 2024, since I am obviously continuing to make videos and very pumped to talk about video games for yet another year here on YouTube. So, all that being said, let's take a look back at 2023 first. 2023 was pretty solid for the channel. Did about 1.2 million views, about 5,000 new subscribers here on the channel, and I think that I did about 80,000 watch hours, I want to say, but here's the thing. I try not to get too caught up in the metrics or the analytics or anything like that, and if you're somebody who's also a YouTuber or knows someone who's a YouTuber, then you know how easy it is to fall into a trap like that. Because for me, even though, yes, I'm trying to grow the channel and I would love to just make videos full-time someday, I'm not sure if I'll ever really get to that point, but what I do know is that if I am ever going to get to that point, I really want to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that's really authentic. And what I mean by that is I want to be able to just make stuff that I personally really enjoy making, but then also stuff that, hopefully brings other people joy or information or something that just kind of helps them out, right? That's how I want to get to that point, and that might be a really long and tedious road, but honestly, if I'm having fun, I don't think it's really going to matter that much. So 2023 was really solid, and some of the things that I learned in 2023 were that, one, it is definitely a good idea to prioritize your mental health if you're somebody who's constantly making videos on a platform like YouTube. And honestly, that was reflected in a lot of the comments that I got from you guys when I took a little bit of a break during August, a little bit of a break during October when I got sick. One of the things that I did just want to point out is that you guys have been absolutely amazing and super understanding whenever I did kind of have like a lag in content or wasn't putting out quite as many videos as I normally did. And honestly, that makes perfect sense to why I saw a little bit of a dip in 2023 versus 2022. It wasn't a huge dip. It was a few thousand views less, I want to say, by and large, but that makes sense too because I put out fewer videos in 2023 than I did in 2022. In 2023, I put out 65 videos on the channel. In 2022, I believe I did about 80 to 85 videos, so kind of makes sense that you would have a little bit more during that year, I guess. But yeah, again, not terribly concerned about the numbers, but I do think it's important to kind of look at, where you've been versus where you are and where you hope to go, which for me is, well, just to continue making videos until the heat death of the universe, as it were. So, all that being said, what's going to happen in 2024? Well, for starters, one of the things that I really wanted to do was to start doing 2 videos a week again. I tried just doing 1 video a week in the interest of, kind of prioritizing mental health and just making sure I didn't get too, burnout or stressed or anything like that, or just taking on too much, between the YouTube channel and then also my day job. But ultimately what I found was that was kind of miserable for me. Only doing 1 video a week, or even less in some cases, was really just kind of driving me crazy. And I think 2 a week might just legitimately be the sweet spot. But what I learned from all the time that I spent making videos last year is really what kind of informed that decision. So in 2023, I spent a little bit over 500 hours working on the channel. And I know that because I spent a ton of time just painstakingly making sure that I tracked everything across like 12 or 14 different metrics in a spreadsheet, breaking it down into things like filming A-roll, filming B-roll, capturing gameplay footage, writing, responding to comments, doing channel work, organization, planning, research. All that stuff takes, a fair amount of time, especially the way I make videos, which usually have a fairly scripted element, and it kind of got me thinking about the iron triangle, which if you're not familiar, the iron triangle basically, it's good, fast, and cheap, right? As a general rule, you can expect that as a litmus test for procuring, like a product or service, if something's good and fast, it's not going to be cheap. If something's fast and cheap, it's not going to be good. If it's fast and good, it's not going to be cheap. I don't know if I just said the same thing twice, but you get the idea. But the cheap part of the iron triangle, for me, really just amounted to not really a monetary cost, but rather the personal cost that I would, basically incur when it came to my mental health and, how well I would be doing. And as I looked back over the, 500 plus hours that I put into the channel last year, I kind of looked at all the different, activities and, where I spent the bulk of that time. And unsurprisingly, most of it went to production, right? It was filming A-roll, filming B-roll, and capturing gameplay footage, writing, and then also editing. Editing takes up a fairly big chunk. The thing that I noticed that I thought I could make the most improvement on, if that even makes sense, is I did want to start to kind of chip away at the writing piece of it, but I did want to start putting out videos where I could just kind of be myself, be a little bit more off the cuff, like this video right now. Right now, I did have like an outline for this, but I've opted to just sort of put it aside. And one of the things that I think you can expect in 2024 as a result of me, kind of returning to 2 videos a week, is that the quality may suffer a little bit. Now, when I say quality, I mean like my delivery very on camera. You know, I like the idea of being able to just speak just off the cuff, right? Especially about, you know, certain games that I'm excited about that are coming up. I'm going to try to make sure that I, you know, keep it fairly split out, right? I'm still going to have an outline at my disposal to make sure that I don't miss crucial parts of a game that I'm highlighting or anything like that. But every now and then I will be doing videos, you know, that are just more, you know, again, top of mind, right? Just off the cuff, improvisational. So, and to that end, I will continue to cover Steam pretty much exclusively. That's kind of bread and butter for me on this channel, right? And of all of the videos that I put out on, you know, the Your Player 2 channel, Steam stuff far and away does the best over everything else, whether that's the Steam Deck directly, or if I'm just talking about Steam games that I picked up in any given month, or stuff that's coming down the pike for the Steam Marketplace. But I will occasionally be doing videos that are not necessarily related to Steam, because, I mean, I play everything, right? I love playing my Nintendo Switch, I love my Xbox, I love my PlayStation 5, and I love being a multi-platform gamer. I've had a blast, you know, over the past week, beating Mario Brothers Wonder on that. Tremendous game. If you have a Nintendo Switch, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I would say those are the biggest changes that you can expect in 2024. More videos coming out, more off-the-cuff videos coming out as I try to figure out a way to kind of shave down the production time while still, you know, making sure that I put out something that's valuable for everybody to watch. And then finally, probably going to segue off into other platforms, you know, like console gaming or maybe even emulation, you know, probably a little bit more often, I would say, in 2024. So just experiment with some, you know, different formats and also just some, you know, different video game Steam adjacent things, I would say, that might be fun to watch. So anyways, thank you so much as always. I know this, I say this at the end of every video, but I say it at the end of every video because I think it's really important. I extremely, just very, very much value all of the time that you take out of your day to watch videos here, to keep coming back, to leave kind comments. You have no idea how much a kind word is a huge pick-me-up for me when I'm like bleary-eyed in the editing room at like 2 in the morning trying to make sure that I can get something done on time. And I just really, really appreciate it. And I hope you will continue to watch videos here as we, you know, lean into 2024. Again, thanks so much for your time. Take care. And I'll see you on the next one, which will be games that I'm looking forward to in 2024. So, all right, I'll see you. Bye.